There's a reason why it's called the sweet science. Now, the first rule of boxing is that there are no rules. Now, these two punches are devastating weapons in any boxer's arsenal, and that's why it's so important to know how to throw them effectively. If you're interested in learning more about boxing, please don't hesitate to contact us. It's a powerful weapon that can turn the tide of a fight in an instant. On the other hand, the uppercut is a rising punch that's great for catching opponents off guard. And that's why the best boxers are the ones who know how to throw the perfect uppercut at the right time. You need to have good hand placement, good timing, and good footwork to throw these punches effectively. Because in boxing, it's not about the size or the strength. It's about the technique and the timing. You need to be precise with your movements, with your footwork, with your hand placement, and most importantly, with your punches. And the best boxers are the ones who can execute their punches with the most precision. So if you want to be a master of the sweet science, then you better learn how to throw the perfect hook and the perfect uppercut. This might sound contradicting coming from someone who just told you to try to hit, not get hit, because the best way to get hit is to throw a punch. If you want to be a master of the sweet science, then you better respect the pure craft of boxing. That means respecting your opponents, respecting your trainers, and most importantly, respecting yourself. And the sweet science is all about discipline, dedication, and determination. It's a game where the smallest movement can make all the difference. They like chess masters on the dance floor of the ring, and that's why it's so important to have good footwork, because it allows you to be light on your feet. With good footwork, you can cut angles, you can create openings, and you can put yourself in a position to land the perfect punch. It's the little things, the small details that make all the difference. And the sweet science is all about precision, because every punch is a masterpiece. Every punch is a work of art. And the ones who can control the distance. Timing and angles are the ones who can dictate the pace of the fight and control the outcome. So if you want to be a master of the sweet science, then you better learn how to move and how to groove. But if you take something away from this sport, never take its freedom. It's the first punch that most fighters throw, and it's the punch that sets up all their other punches. It allows you to keep your opponent at bay, and it allows you to set up your other punches. It's the perfect tool to keep your opponent guessing, and it is the perfect way to start your combinations. They use it to control the ring. They use it to set up their other punches, and they use it to keep their opponents on the defensive, because that is the key to unlocking your potential as a boxer. It's about seeing who is willing to go through more pain to inflict more pain. It's about being able to channel all your rage, all your frustration, all your anger, and all your sadness into one outlet. So when you boil it down, that's all that's left. That's why it's called the sweet science. You want to hit them, but you don't want to get hit. Because if you can't hit without getting hit, then you're not going to last very long in this game. They knew how to be elusive and how to strike at the right moment. And that's what separates the good ones from the great ones. Because in boxing, it's not about the size or the strength. It's about the technique and the timing. And the sweet science is all about precision. You need to be precise with your movements, with your footwork, with your hand placement, and most importantly, with your punches. Because every punch is a masterpiece. Every punch is a work of art. And the ones who can control the distance, timing, and angles are the ones who can dictate the pace of the fight and control the outcome. Because that is the name of the game. Here's one man's ode to the sweet science. So let's talk about the second rule, which is the most important rule in boxing. It brings us to our fourth point, the mastery of the jab. It's the ultimate test of hand-eye coordination, precision, timing, strategy, and athleticism. So here are 4 reasons why boxing is actually genius. We all know that boxing can be a brutal and unforgiving sport. It's a delicate balance between offense and defense, and it takes a lot of skill and timing to master. Whether you're watching a match or participating in it, it's hard not to be captivated by the sheer athleticism and skill on display. So yeah, maybe boxing isn't as civilized as ballet or as genteel as croquet, but it's no less beautiful for all of that. In its own unique way, boxing is a testament to the power and grace of the human body and the indomitable spirit that drives us to push ourselves beyond our limits. A good boxer knows when to throw each one and how to throw them with maximum effect. The jab is a quick, straight punch that's used to keep opponents at bay, to set up other punches, or to probe for weaknesses in their guard. A well-placed jab can be a great equalizer, allowing a smaller fighter to control the distance and dictate the pace of the fight. The hook, on the other hand, is a powerful, angular punch that's used to knock out opponents or to punish them if they get too close. A good hook can turn the tide of a fight in an instant, but it takes a lot of strength and technique to throw effectively. It's a risky move that can result in a knockout, but it can also leave a boxer vulnerable to a follow-up attack. Different boxers have different styles and may rely on one punch more than the others, but the best boxers are those who can throw all three punches with equal proficiency. It's a testament to their years of training and their mastery of this ancient art form. Trying to learn boxing, and yeah, it's harder than it looks, but that's part of what makes boxing so great. It's a lifelong journey of learning and self-improvement. And that's what keeps many boxers coming back for more. A good boxer knows when to throw a punch and when to hold back, when to move forward, and when to retreat. It's like a game of chess, except with much higher stakes. Even the best boxers in the world still get hit from time to time. But those who can hit their opponent without getting hit are truly great. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is widely regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time, and one of the reasons for his success is his incredible defensive skills. Mayweather is known for his slick footwork and his ability to slip punches that would normally connect with ease. Another great example of this is Vasyl Lomachenko, widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers today. Lomachenko is known for his unorthodox style. It allows him to generate devastating power from unexpected angles, while also making himself a very tough target to hit. By mastering the art of hitting and not getting hit, these boxers are able to control the pace of the fight and dictate the terms of engagement. They're able to wear down their opponents over time, breaking them down both physically and mentally until they can secure a victory. But did you know that it is actually derived from a much older and more ancient form of combat known as the noble art of self-defense? A standard professional boxing match consists of 12 rounds, each lasting 3 minutes, with 1-minute breaks in between. Now, it may seem simple enough, but each round is essentially a mini battle. They might try to tire their opponent out with a flurry of punches, or use a more tactical approach, waiting for the right opening before unleashing a knockout blow. But unlike chess, there's a lot more at stake in boxing. But it's precisely this danger that makes boxing so captivating. Watching a boxing match is like watching a high-stakes poker game. Who will blink first? Who will crack under pressure? Who will emerge victorious? Yeah, boxing has been around for thousands of years, with evidence suggesting that it was practiced as early as 3000 BC in ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Greece. In fact, boxing was one of the original Olympic sports, making its debut at the 668 BC Olympics in ancient Greece. So yeah, boxing isn't just some modern invention. It's been around for a long time. Now, the term sweet science was popularized by the legendary trainer and manager, Custis III. And he chose this name because it perfectly captures the essence of the sport. To succeed in boxing, you have to combine scientific principles with artistic expression. Now, some of the most famous boxers in history were known for their scientific approach to the sport. Muhammad Ali, for example, was famous for his float like a butterfly, sting like a bee style. But what made Ali so great was not just his athleticism or his showmanship. It was his deep understanding of the science of boxing. Another boxer who was known for his scientific approach was the great Rocky Marciano. Marciano was a heavy hitter with a devastating knockout punch, but he was also a master of timing and distance control. This allowed him to unleash his power at the perfect moment, sending 43 of his 49 opponents to the canvas in defeat. Now, that's not all there is to boxing, but it's a good start. We tend to think of boxing as a barbaric form of fighting, but it's actually one of the most beautiful and highly technical sports out there. No one. It's called the sweet science, for a reason. No. 2. The art of hitting and not getting hit. Number 3. A 12-round chess match. Now, boxing may not be chess, but let's face it, it's pretty similar. No. For the mastery of the jab, hook, and uppercut. Jab, hook, uppercut. Now, the art of boxing is ancient, dating back thousands of years, but it continues to evolve and adapt with each new generation of fighters. Now you need to watch how to become the strongest man in the room, or check out another video from the channel.